What is good, YouTube? This is Vortex46. I'm back with another video. Be sure to go follow me over on Twitter or X at Vortex46 for all of my picks for tonight's NBA games. We went 2-0, guys. We are back at 500, currently 11-11 for the month of December here, as both lock picks hit, where I took the Trae Young under on his 3-pointers which was at 2.5. He had been pretty much hitting that mark 70% of the time over the last 10 games, and I got a little worried in the first half where he had 2 threes, but it worked out. By the end of the game, he only had just the 2. He shot, I think, six in total. So yeah, that one cashed, and the other one that did cash was for Jabari Smith Jr. to go over his 1.5 steals plus blocks. He ended up getting 2 blocks, 0 steals, but it still worked out. I cashed out. So yeah, and then I also had a lean that I did not share, but it's one of the picks that I've been putting in for. It's a four leg pick that I've been putting in the last three days, and kind of laddering, pretty much having 2 players get 10 points and one and then 2 other players getting 1, 3, and Dyson Daniels was pretty much a sweat because I took 2 players 10 point and 1, 3 in the one game, and then the other game was the other players to get 10 points and the other player to get 1, 3. Dyson Daniel was the sweat. He shot 1 3 and made it. From what I looked at the stats, 1 3, and he made it. I couldn't believe it when I was watching, just the stat line and stuff. So for the box score and stuff. So, but that, enough of my rambling. Let's dive into today's 2-lock pick here. Going to be looking to take a under and a over. Going to be looking to pretty much definitely go back to PRAs for one player, but definitely gonna also be looking to focus on another specific under here. So gonna be looking to fade Tim Hardaway Jr. on his rebounds and assists. There's a reason why I'm doing this. It's over on BetMGM. Both of these picks are actually over on BetMGM. Like I said, fading Tim Hardaway Jr.'s rebounds and assists under 3.5 is -105. Again, BetMGM is -105, and then the other values are Bet365, Caesars, and stuff. I still wish I could do prize picks and underdogs, but my state doesn't allow it. But needless to say, the reason why I'm taking the under is, yes, this is a risk. He's only hit this mark 60% of the time. The last 5 games, he's hit this 2 out of the last 5 games. But also in the head-to-head matchup, he's hit this mark 63% of the time. Pretty much hitting 3 and well, technically, what is that? 2, 4, 6, 8. So 3 out of 5, 3 out of 10, 3 out of 8 as well. So the only reason why I'm taking this is because I've taken this specific prop a few times this season, and Tim, he usually and I believe it's only because when Cade is on the floor, because Cade Cunningham does a lot of the rebounding and passing. Tim Hardaway Jr. doesn't do much of that. As much especially when it's the under. As you see, he usually gets, look at this, 1, against Charlotte, 1-1, against Orlando, 1, against Toronto, 2-1. So it's like, I believe that him hitting this mark back-to-back games of the last 2 games, that he's going to do this for the 3rd game today, specifically against Boston. I believe that Boston's going to be able to at least shut him down somewhat. But the key thing to note is that per his position, they are allowing 8 rebounds and 6 assists. So that's just something to definitely note here for this pick that I'm going to be focused on for this one here. And the other pick, like I said, I'm going to be looking to take the over on the PRA. Like I said, going back to a PRA 2 days later, Gonna be looking to rely on Agbaji here for the Raptors to go over his 16.5 PRAs. And the reason why I'm doing this is definitely for the head-to-head matchup, and definitely for the Toronto Raptors on the road. Now, when it's pertaining to the last 10 games, he's only hit this 30% of the time. But I'm more focusing on the head-to-head matchup. Now, a lot of times I do focus on what has the player done on the road when they're facing off against an opponent. And of course, I also look at the stat per the position too. The position itself, though, they are Miami is allowing 25.7 rebounds and 6 assists, 5.6. So it's more so that I'm focused on the away, because last season and this season, both times that the Toronto Raptors were on the road, he hit this lot. He went over the mark. He had 18 on April 14th, and then he hit 21 on November 29th last month. So which was technically like what, two and a half weeks ago. So yeah, it's really wild. We're like pretty much in the middle of December, and 2025 is pretty much almost right around the corner. But yeah, guys, I just believe that this is pretty much gonna hit. That's what I'm feeling for this one, and for the under on Tim Hardaway Jr.'s stat line to go under his rebounds and assists. So that's what I'm feeling. These are technically risks, because one percentage isn't that high and the other one is pretty much under the percentage that you want to take. But I'm looking to fade one and rely on the other. So we'll see what happens with that. But leave some comment section below, guys. What do y'all think of these picks? What are your picks for tonight's games? This is, we're coming off of a very interesting quarterfinals matchup. So we're getting ready to have what I believe some really great matchups in the semifinals to come for the NBA Cup. I can't wait. But with that, I will hopefully talk to you all with my 2 lock pick video for tomorrow's games to come soon. Peace, guys.